Well, hey everybody, this week's climate change solution is another give back. Where last week we were giving back to any natural space, this week we're going to join in. We're going to join something like maybe even a tree planting or reforestation group. And there are a couple of them here in Hawaii that you can get involved with. One is the legacyforest.org, two is smarttreespacific.org, and the third one is reforesthawaii.org. So if you're not familiar, just go ahead and give those a look-see and see what you can come up with. Now, to go along with this, we could join any group that is working to rebuild, replant, or refurbish a natural space. So for instance, something that you can find here in Hawaii is rebuilding a traditional Hawaiian fish pond, or replanting wetlands or marshes. I mean, basically what we're looking for is to take any natural space and return it to its original glory and its original function in the overall cycle of things. Because everything in nature exists for a reason and it has a job. And these projects get that area back to doing their job, which is really important in order to combat climate change and make sure that we have a healthy planet. So luckily, these kinds of projects are becoming more and more popular. So just do a quick little Google search in your area, and I'm sure you'll find a group doing good things in a beautiful space somewhere close by-ish. And if you don't have time to give, that's okay. We all have jobs and families and responsibilities to attend to. So if you don't have the time, consider donating to the groups that you would like to volunteer for if you have the time. This way, they can continue their important cleanup, restoration, and protection work. And it doesn't take much to make a difference or to be part of the solution. Now, sometimes there's a really great idea, but there isn't a way for you to lend your sweat equity to it yet. So in this case, donation is a great option. Now, I know you're like, what idea would that be? Well, I have a specific one that comes to my mind. And although I'm sure there are others, the idea that comes to my mind is one called marine permaculture. And a group called the Climate Foundation is testing basically a reforesting of the ocean. Like, how cool would that be? Basically, their idea is to take kelp plants and put them way out in locations where there isn't very much there. They're using pumps to mimic an upwelling event that allows the plants, the kelp, to grow really quickly, and for plankton, which is the basis of the food chain, to then sprout and come to life, which of course provides food to all of our fish friends and citizens that live in the ocean and are actually starting to starve to death because the water's so warm, it's not producing enough of the food that they need. So this kind of has a dual sense in that it will provide food for our sea citizens, but it will also suck up that CO2 that's making the water warm and creating all of the problems both on land and the ones that our sea citizens are also experiencing. Replant both land and sea? Brilliant! And you don't have to be in the trenches to be an important part of the movement. All right, you guys, that's all for today. Thanks for diving in. Share what you've learned here forward. I'll see y'all next time. And hey, help us out. Hit that subscribe button before you leave.